Syracuse in there?
For basketball, of course.
Football.
Football, back in the day, yeah, but now, no.
Oh, they're not very good now.
Upset Clemson. Hold on. I think we're going live. We are
right.
live. Everybody, welcome back.
We're back again.
Yeah, we're back. I had the echo in the background because I can see the live feed going on my screen. Welcome back, everybody. Joey's waving at the screen like a butterfly. I don't know what he's doing. I have no clue. So we here, CJ Squared. I know you missed us, but we're back. I'm here with Chris. I'm here with Joey. And we're here to bring that noise, bring the ruckus.
That's right.
The ruckus.
Bring that knowledge too.
You know, I was thinking about, we're called CJ Squared Productions. I was thinking about that group back in the day, Boogie Down Production, Boogie Down Productions, will always get paid. We take the wackest songs and make them better. Anyway, yeah,
nice.
that's some of my old school stuff. You said what?
Be nice mixing that.
I know, right? All right. Hey, so we're here with our NFC East and AFC East preview. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be hitting you with a whole bunch of these previews, talking about a little fantasy, talking about little burning questions, some over and unders for all my bettors out there. And we're going to pick some division winners. So we're about to get started. I got the NFC East first. We got some of the burning questions. The first question for Chris and Joey is, with the new deal and coming off the gruesome injury last year, do you think Dak Prescott will return to Pro Bowl form? Because last year he was on a pace to break every record in the NFL.
Yes, he was.
So what do y'all think?
Dak is going to play. Dak is going. Sure, Chris. JB, Chris.
Here we go. Hey, it's been a while, man. We gotta get back.
We've lost our rhythm.
Yeah, we gotta get that camaraderie back. We gotta get that ease of how we slid and we did things. So we're gonna get there. But Joey, I'm gonna kick it to you first.
When the millions are finished watching this, they will soon find out the camaraderie never left. It's still here. It will always be here. Just as Dak will be at the very top of the league when it comes to quarterbacks. He will be making his move possibly to be on. I like Chris levels the quarterbacks. He really enjoys doing it. I think Dak may be sniffing that top level of sniffing Aaron Rodgers, sniffing Tom Brady, sniffing Mahomes, because he is, when he's healthy. And with that 17th game that JB reminded us, he may be sniffing 5,000 yards. He may be sniffing 40 touchdowns. He is back. He is happy. He is paid. As long as he stays healthy, the Cowboys are going to be decent. They can win a lot of games with him staying healthy. He is back. Welcome back, Dak.
All right. Go ahead, Chris. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
that
I think from a number standpoint, I think he's going to light it up, as long as, we are seeing a little bit of shoulder problems right now. But I think as long as he stays healthy, and still the offensive line, it comes down to them. They were not very good last year, and they always had injury issues last year. So you got a couple guys coming back from surgery. So that's going to play a big part. Everyone was talking about Zeke having a down year, but he was all right. But if you don't have an offensive line and you got horrible quarterback play after Dak left, but for me,
he gonna eat. That's Joey, boy. I traded Zeke to Joey.
Well, with Joey's hoping that he has a turnaround. I think with a healthy line, he comes back healthy. I think I could see him putting up 4,900 yards. Mm-hmm. Now, will he bring them to, deep into a playoff run? I'm not sure. But as far as just strictly numbers, I could definitely see him just lighting it up again, just because those weapons, he's just got weapons all over the place. And what's the tight end, Jarwin or whatever? He'll
got Jarwin and the other guy, Dalton Schultz,
yeah.
did a pretty good job considering that he was a second teamer, had a pretty decent year.
Yeah, so health for this team is massive, because they were so beat up last year. But yeah, I mean, I think if they are healthy, I can't see him not getting back to that form, because they just let him, they just let him eat.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off of both of you guys' points. Both of y'all made great points, so I really don't need to like repeat them. I do believe that the O-line though is the main thing. The O-line can stay healthy. We're getting Zach Martin back healthy. We're getting Tyron Smith back healthy. We're getting Collins back healthy. If those guys, those tackles, and Zach Martin, who's probably one of the best guards, if not the best guard in the NFL, those guys stay healthy, and those weapons. I mean, Dak can have a massive year, but I'm right along with Chris. I don't care about Dak's numbers anymore. I'm a Cowboys fan. I need to see some wins in the playoffs. So if Dak can get to the playoffs and win, get to the NFC Championship game, which the Cowboys haven't been to since '95, then he can ascend to those levels that Joey says. But until then, he's still going to be a good quarterback with that brand, the Cowboys brand, making money, but not a top tier guy. So until he actually does that, then, he'll be a top tier guy. But, the Cowboys could have a good season. We'll see. The defense, if defense still bad, Dak may have to throw the ball 600 times this year. Who knows, right? Hold on, 5 minutes left? We've been on here for 15 minutes?
No.
5 minutes in.
Oh.
Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I'm a production guy. What are you talking about? We just started. All right. Okay. All right. Good. So, all right, that's the Cowboys. The next question, and I'll start with you, Chris. Is Danny Dimes the man for the job for the New York Giants?
Sorry, Joey. I'm going to break your heart here. 2 reasons. First off, I don't trust him, and I don't trust that Garrett's going to allow him to be the guy as well. I read some stats I'm going to throw out because I'm a stats guy anyway. But they said last year, without Barkley, they ran 25th most on early downs. So what do they do when he comes back? They're not going to run less, right? So all of a sudden, they're not going to open it up, even though they did go out and get weapons. They're not going to open it up. They said last year there was no quarterback worse against the blitz than him. They were 28th in DVOA, which is a efficiency number against passing. So, and he just can't hold on to the football. He's fumbled the most since he's been in the league. So to me, you're betting on Galladay. I think, and Galladay couldn't stay healthy last year. So Garrett is not a guy who has shown that he can open up an offense and just spread it around. So I think those two combined, he might just be all right. I don't know, but he's definitely not. He didn't make the jump that everyone thought he was going to in the second year, which JB thought after getting him in fantasy. So he's not going to make, I don't think he's going to make another jump up. So I just think it's Barkley there, and then they're just going to ride him. But that's what I'm thinking.
Robert Barkley and Robert get hurt again. That'd be terrible. All right, Joey, your New York Giants, how you feel about them? How you feel about Daniel Dimes? Joey?
Chris and JB,
Oh,
let me tell you what I know about Danny Dimes. Stats can sometimes be overrated. Okay? Yes, he has issues holding on to the ball. That is an absolute fact. His first 2 years, yes, he was still getting acclimated to the speed of the NFL game. He's going into his third year. He now knows he's going to prove that he knows how to hold on to the ball even more. But let me tell you why I know he is. Millions, listen to me. There was a Royal Rumble during Giants last week. A flat-out Royal Rumble with the entire football team in East Rutherford, where there had been some classic Royal Rumble WWE moments. And
here we go.
In the middle of the ruckus was our starting quarterback. That just proved
he was on the bottom of the pile.
He was on the
bottom of the pile, had someone in a headlock punching through the face mask. That just proved to me that he's ready to take anything on. He's ready to lead this team back to glory. Danny Dimes is the future of this team. And the success that we're going to see this year is going to be because of Danny Dimes taking the next step up.
All because of that Rumble.
All because of the Royal Rumble.
Where is Danny Dimes?
Okay. So as we take a step back into reality, let's take a step back into reality, right? When we doing the Three Stooges. This is how I look at it. They brought in Kenny Golladay.
Yes, they did.
They got Darius Slayton. They're getting back hopefully a healthy Saquon Barkley.
Weapons everywhere.
You got Evan Ingram.
Weapons everywhere.
You got a retooled yet not that great offensive line.
That is true.
What about the rookie wide receiver?
You brought in Tony. Is it Tony, right?
Yeah.
The kid from Florida that Joey says going to put up massive numbers.
I say massive.
You did. You did basically. Basically you said massive numbers. But so this is kind of like this is the year where the Giants are either going to, do well because of Danny Dimes, or Danny Dimes is going to be he's going to be the next Mitchell Trubisky. Plain and simple. He's at that point. It's his third year. It's put up or shut up. It's what it is. I mean, he got this cool nickname, Danny Dimes.
Beautiful nickname.
But he's given no change. Like it's like pennies, it's like nickels. There's no dimes. So we'll see. I mean the defense solid. A really solid D. Good players on each level. You got Blake Martinez. You got Williams. You got the what's the cornerback name? The kid that played for the Carolina Panthers. The cornerback had a good year last year. I forgot his name, but Dime's going to have to step up. So will he lead the Giants to a winning record? Probably not. No, I'm sorry. So the next question: will Jalen Hurts be the Eagles starter throughout the season? Assuming it's a big assumption that maybe Deshaun Watson will find himself in an Eagles uniform. Joey?
There is no way that Jalen Hurts will not be the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles by the end of this season. Who else do they have? Why would you
got Joe Flacco?
Why would you go through all of that? They have been, since the glory of winning that Super Bowl, which was a wonderful thing for them. Wonderful thing. I'm still picturing the guy in the Philadelphia subway who's running after the train and running against
the Philly special Super Bowl.
That guy.
They have been an absolute dumpster fire since they won the Super Bowl. What is happening in Philadelphia? But I love every second of it. But there is no way that he will not be the quarterback. You might as well see what you have. You just traded your so-called franchise player, who they probably should have traded. Yeah, franchise. They probably should have traded. There were rumors coming up. Should they have traded him after winning the Super Bowl and get a whole lot back for him? Now we definitely know they should have definitely done that. But why would you go through all of that trouble, all that drama that they were involved in last year to not see what you have in Jalen Hurts? I think there is a lot of promise that Jalen Hurts shows. He's played in the biggest ball games you can ever think of. If anyone is ready to take on the pressure of being a starting quarterback in the NFL, it's absolutely Jalen Hurts.
All right.
I'm definitely not as high on Hurts at all. I could see them trying to make a move because to me first off he was 55% completion percentage. What is it? PFF Fantasy Football Pro Football Focus. They ranked him as the 31st best starter going into this season. So you're pretty much almost the worst guy out there, right?
Look at his fantasy value, though. I bet you they got him ranked in the top 12 in fantasy, though.
Yeah, so
how much you want to bet?
He's definitely a fantasy guy because he runs, he scores touchdowns that way. That's huge. But as far as just a guy leading the team, they're not even naming him as a starter yet.
Nope, right? That's right.
Playing game.
And it's not like they drafted him to be this franchise guy. I think they drafted him to be a good backup quarterback that has maybe fringy type of low-end starter, right? So it's not like
he was a second-round pick, though, right?
Yeah, but a second-round pick, you know how in this league, a second-round pick is not a first-round pick.
You don't draft a backup quarterback in the second round.
You really don't.
Yeah,
but the Packers drafted a backup in the first round.
I don't think I'm not saying that he doesn't eventually. I'm not saying he doesn't eventually become the starter, but they had no plans of drafting him with him being a starter already. Right. I'm saying that eventually they make him, but I think he's going to put up numbers. He's going to put up fantasy numbers, but I think this year he might be the guy just because they don't have anyone else. He's a better option than Flacco, but he's not. He first off, he fumbled. So 55% completion percentage. He fumbles 9 times last year. And how much does he play? Limited amount of play, right? He was good as far as fantasy numbers, but I think that's what he is. He's a hollow type of a stat guy, which I do love me some stats, but I think they're going to do whatever it takes to get Watson. If he's available, they have no problem pulling that trigger because they're not holding their breath with that Hurts is going to be in a league.
He's the Torrey Craig of fantasy football.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking he will be the starter just because there's no other options. But that team is just horrible anyway right now. I mean, their wide receiver depth is just woof. It's just bad.
So the win totals that everybody predicting for Philly is really bad. I keep hearing that. They're not going to be a pretty good team. They're not going to be a really good team. So at this year, like Joey says, I believe you see what you got. See if he can, which is really bad when you try to see if a guy can make you a winner when your team is terrible around him.
Yeah.
Because usually a good quarterback starts off with a good team around him. Look at Big Ben. Look at Tom Brady. Stuff like that. This guy, he got crap around him, and they want him to turn, like they say, they want him to turn crap into sugar, right? But it's not going to happen.
If if CJ Square could have a live draft during that draft, and as soon as we would hear the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, we would have definitely hit them with, that was weird.
Oh, yeah.
They should have drafted.
I mean, they knew something, though, about Carson Wentz. They didn't want to say it. They obviously knew something. They knew something was up with Carson Wentz. I mean, they clearly knew something. But anyway, Jalen Hurts, I think he would be the starter the entire year. I think why would you bring somebody in and pay him and just see what you got? I mean, you got nothing to play for this year. You ain't winning Super Bowl, right? You don't have a good team. O-line may be decent, but that's about it.
Old too.
Yep. All right, and last and least, will the Washington football team's newly constructed O-line be enough to lead them to another division title, which they won with a 7-9 record, by the way? Chris.
Yeah. So I think last year with the line, they bring in what's the dude? Leno
Curtis
Jr.
Samuel.
They bring Cosme. They draft him. So yeah, I mean, I think with the new line, I think Fitzpatrick's going to open things up. We know how his style of play. I think
He be Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, or Fitztragic. Which one would it be?
Well, you know he's gonna. I mean, the quarterback play last year was horrid. So they cannot get. They're only going to get better on that end. And I think for them, the offense just has to be as good as the defense is. The offense just has to be average, I would say, for them, because the defense is going to keep them in ball games. I think the offensive line, they're going to be able to move the ball. And then I think the fact that they can, with Fitz magic, that they're going to open things up. They got wideouts now. They got Samuels there. So I think they actually could be an interesting team to watch this year, where last year it was kind of.
They played the Giants the second Thursday night game of the season.
We might have to live stream that one. But yeah, I mean, to me, I think their offensive line and I think the offense overall will do just enough to keep them in games. And but with that being said, I still don't think we'll get into who we think is the division winner, but I don't really see them. I don't know if they're going to improve that much. But I mean,
they went 7-9. Okay.
I still think they're that range of team though, even with all these additions. I still think they're in that range, and we've seen enough football to know a couple plays here and there, and you can go 9-7, 7-9, or now with the
Yep. All right, Joey, what you got?
This is going to be very short, Chris. It's going to be
about time.
Because you better have, as the Cowboys know, you better have depth at your offensive line if you're going to compete. The game is won in the trenches between the offensive line and the defensive line. And as soon as the Washington football team offensive line, particularly the interior line, one of their guards, when they get hurt, they're going to look back on that sideline and look like, who do we need to put into this game? One of our guards just got hurt. Oh, Eric Flowers?
Oh, no way.
Flowers into the game to play guard. Now, let me just explain. I know Eric Flowers is 6'6", 325 pounds. I could not bull rush him. I realized this.
I mean, you weigh 110 pounds, man. You couldn't bull 65. You ain't bull rushing nobody.
I can't get around him. I realize he is a phenomenal athlete, but he is not good enough to be one of the main offensive linemen on your football team that's trying to win football games in the NFL. That's why the Washington football team is not going to be reliable on their offensive line. Their defensive line, absolutely. Offensive line.
No, all
right. So, I mean, the question basically was, would it be enough to lead them to a NFC East title? The answer is definitely no, because the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East. So regardless of what their O-line does, and they play the Cowboys at the end of the year. So by that time, it's going to be a battle of attrition because they play them in like the final weeks of the season. And by that time we'll find out. But I don't think this Redskins. I think the Cowboys with Dak are better than the Redskins with what they got right now. That's just from what I've seen and with the O-line for the Cowboys and with Dak and hopefully an improved defense. I believe the Cowboys will be the division winners. And that's a perfect segue to our next thing. We're going to talk about our over and unders and talk about who we got for the division winners. So I'll let Chris go ahead and do that because Chris is the magic man with them fingers.
That's right.
He's looking up. We had a couple of shout outs. We got Rod watching. We got my wife. What's up, Danita? Thanks for welcoming us back. We appreciate it. All right. Go ahead, Chris. Hit us up with what you got.
All right, so I'm going to ask the total wins, and you guys, JB, we need to write these down so we can keep track of these.
You know, I got it right here.
All right, Joey, you want to go up?
Them in.
Joe, you want to go up first? I got Philadelphia 6.5 wins. Do you think the over/under on that?
Under.
JB?
I'm very confident in that.
I got the under.
I'm also going under here. Jeez.
Okay.
We're hating on Philly. All right, we got Dallas 9.5 wins.
Ooh.
Under.
You got 9 on here, so it's 9.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we'll just make it a half so we can. You always get it. You'll win one way or another.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
I'll
Joey,
just make them at a half.
Got the under, Joey?
Under.
JB, what you got?
I got the Cowboys winning at least 10 or 11 games. So I got the over.
I'm going with JB. I've got the over. All right, Giants 7.5. Joey.
Over.
Oof. JB, what you got?
I got 7.5.
Yeah, that's
let's see,
tough.
7 and 11. I got the over. I think the Giants.
There you go,
I think the Giants will win 8 games.
Join me.
Or go 9-9, maybe.
Join
right?
me.
All right, yeah. Give me I'm going the under.
Okay.
All right, now Washington, Joey.
It's lonely over there, Chris.
8.5. 8.5. Joey, Washington.
Over.
All right, JB.
8.5 under. Skins will win. They'll go 8-10 or 7-11. Hold on. Yep, 7-11. Right.
7. All right, yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm going under also.
All right.
So I'm only over on Dallas. I'm not
Yep.
high on the East at all.
Oh no. So Joey, you had the Skins under, right? No, over, right?
Over.
Over. Okay. And I had them under, and Chris had them under. All right. And
so now we do division winners.
okay, so you already know mine, right? I mean,
Looks like all three
there.
of us got the same one, Joey.
You already know mine.
Wait, you think the Giants?
Got you.
You already know mine.
All right, who you got? The Giants, Joey, say it.
Giants will win the
Oh, geez. You should have left that as a hot take.
Mark
The
it.
Giants hot takes. I got them stored up. I got that Daniel Jones one waiting to pop out
Win the NFC.
like a newborn baby.
All right, give me Dallas also.
All right.
All right.
And Chris. All right. So it's AFC East time, the least favorite division in football.
Don't tell
Who likes the New England Patriots?
Don't tell
my
Button.
God.
Don't tell. Oh yeah, we got to.
Oh yeah, I mean
Who's our
Chris
fan?
and Rodney. They love the Dolphins. Oh my God. The
Joey, you got the
Dolphins
paper.
is-
You got the sheet in front of you.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Joey,
So,
are you going over? Joey,
oh.
JB going over?
No, Joey supposed to be going over, but Joey, that's Joey. So
You got it, Joey.
Yes, I do. Hold on.
Find
see,
I
said
have
hold
it.
on.
It's almost the end of this laptop. It's almost gone.
Oh, is it time for an upgrade?
It's the original one, JB. The original one since I got to where I am.
How long you had it?
This will be 5 years. This will be 5 years.
I mean, 5 years. That's about the lifespan for all electronics nowadays.
It's in there.
You buy a plasma TV or HD or 4K. Now they're making 8Ks. You buy 8K, you can have a 16K. You know what I'm saying? Like, you buy it, they can make something better. Right when they go on sale. Rod said Miami all day. I don't know, Rod.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know,
More hot
Rod.
one.
I don't know.
We'll have to ask the hot one.
Dolphins.
We'll ask the hot one how many. What does he think on the over under in a minute?
Oh, yeah. We put the hot one on there too. You heard that hot? When we get to the over and under,
So
we're gonna
hot
see. We're gonna put you on our paper. We're
He's
gonna
like,
put
it better be 14. He's like, that thing better be set at 14, or he's going to his bookie right now.
All right,
Damn,
here you go.
not walking through that door.
All right,
Hi,
so
Joey.
what we got,
All right, burning question.
Joey, because you
AFC East. Does Buffalo need to improve its running attack in order to take the next step? JB, where are you going here?
they have a superstar at QB. They have a dude who last year they thought, oh, him and Stephon Diggs not gonna mesh. Oh, he's not accurate. Oh, he's not this. That dude balled out last year. Give that man his props.
Did ball.
Now, do I think they really may need some more weapons at receiver than running back? I mean, because their best running back is Josh Allen. I mean, let's be real. And they get in the red zone, who runs the ball? Josh Allen. Their best plays, who runs the ball? Josh Allen. Now, if they want to control games more and rely on their defense more because I guess you may have to change it up against Kansas City because I don't know if you can outscore them, right? Like last year, you can't outscore them. So, but I don't think, they're already at that level where they want to be. They made it to the AFC Championship game. The next step is the Super Bowl. They can do that on Josh Allen's arm alone and their defense. The running game can be supplementary. That's just how I feel.
Okay. Where you going, Chris?
I'm kind of with JB, but kind of not, because I'm saying I don't think they can beat Kansas City, which is how you go through the AFC at this point without controlling the ball, like JB said. So exactly the one thing that he's saying is the reason I would say you have to figure out a way. Last year I looked, they had 129 yards against Kansas City in that game. 88 of them came from Josh Allen. That's ridiculous. That you're not getting any type of production from your running backs. Is
that a product of the coordinator, or is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, like you said, he's probably their best guy. Why not ride him until? And the one issue though is he turns the ball over. He's a great runner, but he turns the ball over a lot. I saw he was second in fumbles since he's joined the league, so the last 3 years. So I don't necessarily know if that's a recipe for beating the Chiefs. But to me, you just have to get – they spent 2 third-rounders on these guys hoping that they would come in, Singletary and Moss to come in and at least one of them be elite, but neither of them are – they're just all right now. So
Moss can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
and they don't really give Singletary enough. Especially Singletary is really he's really a 20-20 kind of guy. Like in the red zone, they don't want to use him to kind of pound it out.
But with the two of them, you would think that would be a good combination.
Yeah. But Moss can't stay healthy, though.
Yeah, so
he's hurt right now with a hamstring, I believe.
Right.
So to me, I think it's going to get you there, but it's almost a Baltimore thing where once you get in the playoffs, I don't necessarily know if just running your quarterback is the way to win, because it has
they did bring in Matt Breida.
Oh, that's right. When he is a good third down back, but still, I think that, I think you got to get some sort of production. So,
Joey, what you got, Joey?
Well, Chris and JB, I'm right there with both of you.
No, you're not, because your camera's frozen. But go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
But I can't see you, bro. There you go. Now I can see you. Go ahead.
I'm right there with both of you. And I'll piggyback off of what JB said. The quarterback is definitely special. And with his ability to pretty much make every single play out there, I think it puts them in a unique situation. Between the both of those guys, they both average about four yards a carry. So you get into a third down situation.
Let's go look it up.
Hold on.
You get yourself into a third down situation, right. third and 3, third and 2. It puts them in a situation where Allen can drop back, he can throw it, he can run it, he can pick up the first down with his arm or with his leg. So I don't think they're necessarily desperate for it. I think they can continue to work another year with both of them to see what they have, and if they figure, look, got to control the ball a little bit more against Kansas City, then they may be looking for an upgrade there. So
okay.
I'll see it when I believe it with them.
I didn't. Oh Lord,
what?
I thought you were going to say the other thing. I believe it. I'll see it when I
what is it?
I believe it.
I see it when I believe it. Lord, Lord.
Help me. Our next AFC East burning question. Will Cam Newton be the quarterback
Oh, Cam.
for New England after week 12? Where you going here, Chris?
I think they gotta roll with him just because I think they went out. It looks like they're still trying to win. They go out and they get a whole bunch of people, and they try to bring in weapons for him. And I mean, last year, according to Football Outsiders, they had the second worst injury luck for last season. So and Cam, he had what did I say here? He had 9.1 attempts per game rushing the ball. So if you build your offense like that, we know Mac Jones is not running. So if all of a sudden you Mac Jones,
I will see when y'all was slipping.
if you build an offense for Cam and you're running the quarterback 9 times, and then all of a sudden you bring in a statue type guy, I think unless they're just way out of it, then to me they're just gonna roll with him because they've already built the offense. They've added more weapons. He was 30th last year in QBR, and they also said he was awful against man coverage, but he was good against the zone. So he was 31st in man and 11th in zone, which is saying more that his guys just can't separate, that it's not necessarily all on.
Yeah, he had his best receiver last year was Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I traded Diggs for that Cam sandwich last year because that game he had against Seattle. But
goodness. So I mean, they're going out and getting more weapons. It looks like they're at least all in. So I think they're just gonna roll with them and let Mac Jones sit and then maybe try to build an offense if nothing happens,
I'm with you too. I think Cam is going. I mean, why even bring Cam back? And Bill Belichick has over and over again said Cam's the starter. Cam's going to do this, and they are trying to win with Cam. And plus, I guess they're getting back a lot of their guys on defense from last year. A lot of their guys set out because of the COVID protocol. I mean, because they opted out last year. So, and then they brought in the 2 tight ends with Jonnu and Hunter Henry. So, I mean, they're trying to improve. Belichick got some up his sleeve. You can't, he is not who he is for no reason, right? And can you imagine that Tampa Bay New England game? Oh my God. They're probably going to blitz Tom Brady so much. I'm going to love it. But anyway, I think Cam's going to be the starter the whole year, unless like by week 12, they just aren't going to the playoffs and they want to see what Mac Jones,
Mac Jones.
They want to see what my boy Mac Jones can do. All right. Yeah, that's what I got.
Well, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichickery.
I listened to a press conference about him putting all of his eggs into the Cam Newton basket. This is what Bill said. By the time week 12 comes around, he's going to be the quarterback. When I heard him say that,
is that how he said it too?
That's how he said it, JB.
He had the cutoffs.
He had a cutoff going. He is the greatest football mind ever. If he signed Cam back, he still sees something in him. Cam will be fine. New England will make the playoffs. They will be fine.
Yeah, Belichick will get rid of you regardless. He don't care.
Well, yes, he will.
Yeah, he's known to be like, my best linebacker, goodbye.
See you later. Somebody else. Randy Moss, greatest receiver ever, maybe. Goodbye. I don't need you anymore. Hot one. Get ready, because this is right up your alley, Rodney. Right up
the hot one.
Do you think Tua is a franchise quarterback? JB, where you going here?
I mean, what's the definition of a franchise quarterback? Was Trent Dilfer a franchise quarterback? Super Bowl winner? Was is Jared Goff a franchise quarterback? He's been Super Bowl, #1 draft pick. So it's kind of I don't know. we'll see. I mean, this is going to be his second year, right? I mean, they are doing everything they can to put the weapons around him. And to make him comfortable, they brought in Waddle, one of his guys from college. They had to draft Waddle. They didn't need Waddle. They could have went somewhere else. They drafted Waddle. They still got Devontae Parker, who's a decent wide receiver. They brought in Will Fuller, right? Mr. Soft Tissue himself, right? Because he's gonna keep a soft tissue injury. So and they still got Mike Gesicki, who's a decent tight end. So he has weapons. He got Gaskins, decent. He got decent running backs, decent, good old line, good defense. He doesn't have to be Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes with that defense he has, right? He just can't be who he was last year, I guess. We'll see. I say, put it this way, I say that question is not going to get answered this year. I don't believe, right? I mean, second year quarterback, is he a franchise QB? Possibly. I'm leaning more on the in the middle. I mean, I'm not saying no. I mean, he may not be great, but I don't think he's going to be terrible. I mean, because he's accurate, right? He's a competitor, and he has weapons, so he got a shot to be good. Is he going to take that shot?
Yeah, I'm kind of with JB there again, because I think his ceiling is probably a fringy top 10 guy. Probably it is maybe a 12 to 8 is kind of what his ceiling is. I don't think he's ever going to be an elite guy, but some numbers I looked at, it said if you compare him to rookie quarterbacks over the last 10 years that have thrown at least 300 passes, this is an expected points added. He ranks 15th out of 31. So he, as many people as there are knocking him, he was just middle of the road. That's not horrible, but it's not great. But everybody is killing him, ready to already just move on. I think we're in the thing of, you have to do it immediately, where years ago you had a couple years to, be horrible. So
they want him to put up Alabama numbers. In Alabama, they had the best players.
Yeah,
they had the best receivers. They had the best O-line, the best everything, best coaches. So he was in a perfect storm to just put up arcade-like numbers.
Well, and I also think Miami didn't do him much favors, because Fitzpatrick was lighting it up, and then all out of nowhere, they just seemed to replace him
after the bye week, right?
Yeah,
after the bye week,
pull him, and then he wasn't nearly as good as Fitzpatrick.
Then they went back to Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden
they went back to Tua.
I think that didn't help him at all from a standpoint of, the media and the fans. So I think that, if your offensive line gets a little bit better, I think you get weapons around him. Just like JB said, I don't think that answer is going to come this year, but is he a guy who can, I mean, like you said, the Rams made the Super Bowl with a guy who's clearly not a top 10 guy or a franchise guy. So you can do it in this league.
He joined us with Jared Goff.
Yeah. So you can do it in this league. So I don't think
CB done signed in, and his comment is all periods. That's such a CB comment. No words, just periods. What are you saying, CB? I mean, if you're gonna jump on the live stream with comments, have some words to say, okay? at least Hot.
He wants us to take a stand.
Stuff to give us.
He wants us to take a stand.
I guess, hey, I know CB is not a stand taker, so I know he don't want to take a stand. Let me tell you something right now. Rodney Hot once said that Tua going to give the Dolphins 10 wins a season for the next 4 seasons. Ooh. So the next 4 seasons, they'll go 10-7 every year.
Ooh. Oh, all right. Oh, we'll have to look at the over/under, but that's right around there.
Well, that's it's 10-7 every year. Going to make it when you still got the Buffalo Bills in your division with Josh Allen? No.
And New England's always.
And you got New England there? No. So 10 wins a season, Rod. That's middle of the road, bro. That's what we're saying. I mean, you
According
got to agree, but that's what we're saying.
According to the hot one, Tua's ceiling is the roof.
Oh, the ceiling is the roof.
Well, Chris did see double did drop some good knowledge. He did say that Flores does play all his players. That's one of his thoughts about it, how Flores is a Belichick guy. He plays all 53. So
Hey, I mean,
for what it's worth, that's another CB comment. But
Okay.
Yeah, Joey, what do you think about Tua? What you got?
I'm gonna keep this short when it comes to Tua and the Miami Dolphins. Number one, I look at that door of the Dolphins locker room, and I know number 13, Dan Marino, is not walking through that door anytime soon. I look at that locker room door, and I know the Marx brothers are not walking through that door anytime soon. Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. But I will also agree with the both of you. We're not going to know if Tua is the man this year. But when it happens, I'll see it when I believe it.
Goodness,
I'll see it
he'll see it when he believes it. Oh, here we go. Think about that, Chris and Rodney. He will see it when he believes it. All right.
There it is.
Hey, Chris said that the Dolphins going to the AFC Championship game.
Oh, that's the take there. That's the hot take.
Hey, hit you one of your Joeyisms. You said stop, Joey. That's one of your things. It's like stop, just stop.
See double.
Yeah.
I got
you. All right. Let's go to our next question. What we got next, Joey?
For the AFC East, our very last question, burning questions. How confident are you all in Zach Wilson's ability to lead the Jets this season? Where you going, Chris?
Not that confident. I just think that roster, when you look at that roster, I actually like Zach Wilson. I think eventually he will be good, but that roster is just not that good at all. I mean, you got no real running backs. I mean, the defense isn't bad, but the wideouts. Davis comes in and he's their number one now, right? I mean,
oh no, I keep hearing Elijah Moore at practice killing it. So I don't know.
So I mean, either way, that you have to count on all of these young guys to be elite. I just think that it's just not a recipe for success there. I think he ended up being a good quarterback, but they said he's already kind of struggling a little bit. So I just don't think there's enough there for him to. And that division's pretty tough, it looks like. So,
I mean, they may go 0-6 in the division.
Yeah. So to me, I think it's just I think he'll just be an all right rookie year, but I like kind of like Tua, where I don't think that. If you got Frank Gore led them in rushing last year and he had 600 something yards. So, and they've got at least five new starters on offense. So, it's just, it's just a rebuild.
You got a new coach.
Yeah.
They bringing in that San Francisco philosophy. So you may get some, run heavy offense. I mean, he's a number two. As we can see, draft position for quarterbacks isn't not always a recipe for success. I mean, look at Mitchell Trubisky. Look at Jared Goff. Look at Jameis Winston. Look at Marcus Mariota. And then you look at players like, Tom Brady is that true outliner. But then you got like Russell Wilson, Dak, fourth round pick, Russell Wilson, fourth round pick. So the round, sometimes those first round quarterback isn't always a guarantee to be successful. He has a chance, he has the tools. They gave him some weapons. They got the rookie, they got Corey Davis, they got Jameson Crowder. The tight end situation is kind of messed up. They brought in the rookie from Carolina, Carter. But we say lead, or I think his team will be fine because there are no expectations.
Yeah.
But they do want to see him develop. I don't think he'll have a I think he won't have a Herbert year like from the San Diego, right? Come in, just lighten it up. But I think he may be better than Tua because I think this kid got a little more sauce than Tua, just from what I've seen. Could be wrong, but
Oh, the hot one and C double are going to be going crazy if you say
what
that.
they think. Don't run me.
I don't, JB. I don't even know if this guy that they got is better than the guy that they traded to Carolina.
Oh,
okay. In all honesty, the guy that they traded to Carolina, I think is going may be better than this guy that they just brought in. Of course, this is the whole regime change, and the doesn't want any of the old regime's players, so they get rid of them. But in all honesty, that guy had an awful situation the entire time he was in New York, and of course, being in New York, it gets blown up even more.
Yes.
He was in a terrible situation, absolutely terrible. So I think that they are going to be in the same situation. Luckily for them, there are no expectations for them. But I still think that the guy that they just traded may have a better career than that guy that they just drafted.
Phil, you think real quick, kind of same topic, but do you think the Jets kind of blew it by not taking maybe Trey Lance or Justin Fields?
Fields was on the board.
Lance was on the board too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's the thing is you gotta love your guy, and then they seem to love him early on. Remember Wilson?
They did.
It was Wilson, and it was once it was Wilson at 2, it never seemed to go off of that. Then it was always.
No, you're right.
So
even on our board, we had that, right?
Yeah, we just said Wilson, and then we never even got off of that. So for whatever reason, they loved Wilson. I mean, I actually went through and watched his stuff. Remember, I was saying he looks good. I mean, he throws a lot of as far as type of certain throws he can make. I mean, remember I said he reminds you of Rodgers. He's not Rodgers, but I'm saying he reminds you
those off balance, off wrong foot throws, cross your body throws. Yes.
So I think he has a little bit more of that than Darnold.
If you could see this picture that's frozen on my screen right now, oh my God. Oh my goodness, what's going on? But
all right, well, let me get into these over-unders then, and we'll get out of here. So let me see. All right, so we'll start with the Jets. They're over-under. Joey, you want it 6.5?
Under.
JB.
Hold on, Chris. Let me get my paper.
All
right. Joey, the good news is that on the live Zoom, you're not frozen. So they still can see you, even though we can't see you. Well, Chris probably can see you, but on my screen, oh my goodness. All right, the Jets, CB said under, so I'm going under. CB said the Jets are going 1-16.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he ain't giving them no credit.
Wait, he better put money on that right now because that 6.5 is nowhere close.
I'm going under. Chris, what you got?
I'll take the under also.
All right. So Buffalo. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris. It's you doing this. My bad.
Yeah, Buffalo 11.5. Joey.
Under.
JB.
11.5 wins. Man, I wish I could just take can't take the man. You know what? Well, I'm gonna go with the over.
Yeah, I'll go with the over. All right, New England 9.5.
Over.
Oh, he's going over.
I'm going with the under.
I'll take the under.
Well,
me and JB are all the same on this one. Joey's.
I think even though they made improvements, I don't think New England is going to be all that good. Here's the big one. Let's start. Hold on. Don't do it yet. Let's ask CB and Rodney first. We're gonna get them first. The over and under on the Dolphins win total, CB and Hot, is 9.5. Do y'all have the over or the under? 9.5 wins. Do y'all have the over or the under?
You're going over for sure.
Ronnie said over before. He said over before we even told him the number.
He doesn't-
Over before
Whatever
the
it
numbers even
is.
came out.
Whatever it is, go over that.
What you got, CB? Is it an over? Is the Dolphins going over 9.5 wins, or are they going under? I'll give you a chance to respond. We already got hot with the over. Joy?
Under.
I'm going under also.
I'm going under as well.
Hot one's gonna have a heart attack. What the? So
Then we're waiting on C double. C double got the over too. He got the over.
Oh,
all right.
Figure these two.
C double with the over. All right. So go ahead, Chris. What we got? Division winners.
Yeah. So division winners looks like we're all. I'm assuming, but Joey, you want to throw yours out? Who you got? You got New England? Or are you going with Buffalo?
Deja vu. Things are going to get back in order.
Oh,
New England will return to the top of the division.
man, you coming out hot takes.
It's like wrong with you tonight. You got the Giants winning. The Giants winning and the Patriots winning. Okay. I have the Bills.
Yeah, I got the Bills also. That was a mistake.
We already know who CB and Ryan got. They got the Dolphins. And Chris, just so you know, and I'll keep telling you this till the day you die, a dolphin is a mammal, not a fish. So stop calling them the fish. It's a mammal. It's a mammal. Hey. So, hey, that's our AFC and NFC East previews. Just to kind of rehash, so you get an idea what we talked about if you see the whole thing. For our over and unders for the NFC East, we all had the under. For the Cowboys at 9.5 wins, me and Chris had the over. Joey had the under. Giants 7.5 wins. Joey had the over. I had the over too, and Chris had the under. The Washington football team, Joey had the over. Chris and I had the under. Division winners. Joey picked the Giants, and me and Chris went with those Cowboys. We just went over the AFC East, the Jets, with 6 wins. We all went under. Buffalo, me and Chris went over the 11.5 wins. Joey went under. New England at 9.5. Joey went over. Me and Chris went under. It's amazing how me and Chris tonight seem to be like,
you're in sync tonight.
me and Chris are like we never even missed a beat, right?
We got Joey just
and so New England, like I said, Joey had the over 9.5 wins. Me and Chris had the under, and the Dolphins, CB and Hot had the over on 9.5 wins, and all of us took the under. So we'll see. And our division winners for the AFC East, the Bills for me and Chris, and Joey with those New England Patriots.
Welcome back, Bill.
Hey, come back on Sunday. And we're gonna preview what we talking about on Sunday, Chris. We talking about
so we're going I think I had LeBron talk with the big three, where this big
LeBron talk
with the where this big three ranks all time for him.
Okay.
And then our favorite move from the NBA free agency.
Okay.
And we're getting into we're covering fantasy for quarterbacks.
Hey, if you haven't, hey, Rodney and Chris are in that CJ Squared fantasy football league. We're looking for we need 7 more people. I think Chris and Joey going to get their people. I need 1 more.
7 more
for
people
that
we can
CJ Squared Super Flex League. You better do your research. You better look at the daggone point structure before you draft, because you hate to draft the wrong person. They're over here laughing at you.
Yeah, because we'll call you out on the show at least.
Yes, sir. We will call you out live, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm streaming I'll probably be streaming all my drafts just for the fun of it, right? To get some comments and get some to get some feedback, and just to let people see what the mind is of a crazy person that's in like 10 leagues right now. So catch us on Sunday because we're gonna just start going live. How y'all feel about that, right? Chris and Joy start going live and going from there. So
The
Chris,
millions
you got anything?
instantly.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, if we're trying to do it, we'll do the previews each week. So unfortunately for us right now, we're no Elite Eights until we get through the fantasy. We'll go no fan, and then we'll go back to the classic Elite Eight. But right now we're trying to.
They still gonna be saucy as I don't know what we'll get
so
back.
But we want to do a preview, Wednesday or Thursday, a live preview of each division. So
hold on a second. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't know Dolphins lesson from you, bro. I don't care about Howard Cosell. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So just look up for each week. We're gonna try to do one. Maybe we can, I don't even know how we can get that out there when we're gonna do one. You just have to.
All right. Yeah. I mean, put it out there. Hey, email your people. Talk to everybody.
Go out there. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification. They will
go out there.
Yeah.
Go out there. Look, go out there.
Yeah. So just look out for it. Each week we're going to be doing this now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, we miss y'all. I know you missed us. I know you miss me, Chris. And Rodney, I know you do.
Yeah, I bet
I love you too. All right.